Cardi B cries uncontrollably after Stefon Diggs cancels wedding plans. The world stood still the moment the news broke. In what fans are calling the most heartbreaking celebrity meltdown of the year, Cardi B was seen leaving an exclusive Manhattan hotel in absolute tears after learning that Stefon Diggs had cancelled their long-anticipated wedding plans, just weeks before the rumored ceremony. And what happened behind those closed doors? It was nothing short of emotional devastation. "Dove, I gave you my heart," Cardi's emotional breakdown. Sources close to the couple revealed that Cardi had been planning the wedding for months in secret. From custom-designed gowns flown in from Paris to a private guest list including A-list celebrities, family, and close friends, everything was falling perfectly into place. But then came the phone call. Stefon Diggs reportedly told her the words that shattered her soul. "I'm not ready. I can't do this right now." Cardi froze. Moments later, she collapsed onto the silk-carpeted floor, sobbing uncontrollably, screaming his name as assistants rushed to her side. Witnesses described her cries as heart-wrenching and piercing enough to silence the entire hallway. Ring the ring that never made it down the aisle. Just weeks before this emotional breakdown, Cardi had been spotted flexing an elegant diamond ring in subtle Instagram stories, fueling speculation that the wedding was imminent. Fans were counting down. Blogs were buzzing. Wedding planners were already preparing the venue. And then, silence. Stefon Diggs' sudden decision sent shockwaves through Cardi's inner circle. One friend allegedly whispered. She really believed this was forever. She opened her heart like never before. Loudly crying face, "Why would you do this to me?" Inside the hotel room, things reportedly turned tense when Stefon arrived in person to explain his decision. Cardi, overwhelmed by shock and betrayal, burst into uncontrollable tears. She shouted through sobs. "You promised me. You swore we were building a future." Her voice cracked as she clutched the wedding planner's folder, filled with carefully chosen flower themes, invitations, and handwritten vows she never imagined would go unread. Mobile phone fans react, "Protect Cardi at all costs." Social media exploded with emotional responses. "Cardi deserves love, not heartbreak." Stefon didn't just cancel a wedding, he crushed a woman's dream. "Someone hug Cardi right now." Support poured in from fellow celebrities and fans alike, with trending hashtags like #StayStrongCardi and #JusticeForCardi dominating timelines worldwide. Blackheart Stefon's silence speaks volumes. While Cardi continued to mourn in private, Stefon Diggs remained silent, fueling even more speculation. Rumors began to swirl. Was there another woman? Was fame pressure too much? Did fear take over? Some insiders suggest he felt overwhelmed and lost control over his emotions, while others claim he simply wasn't ready to settle down. But none of that softened Cardi's pain. Cloud with Rain, a love story interrupted. Late that night, Cardi reportedly posted then deleted a cryptic message. "Sometimes the person who says forever doesn't mean next week." Fans interpreted it as a direct reflection of her shattered heart. Broken heart from fairy tale to tears. This relationship, once filled with passion, playful chemistry, and promises of forever, now lies broken under the weight of shattered expectations. A wedding that could have been the most glamorous celebrity event of the year, now reduced to heartbreak, silence, and unanswered questions. Will they ever reconcile? Insiders say Cardi is completely devastated but still deeply in love, while Stefon remains distant and unsure. Is this truly the end? Or just the darkest chapter before a dramatic reunion? Only time will tell. Sparkles, one thing is clear. Cardi B didn't just lose a wedding. She lost a dream. And the world watched her cry it all out. If you'd like this story even longer, more dramatic, or with twists like a surprise confession, a secret betrayal, pregnancy shock, Stefon begging for forgiveness, or Cardi moving on with someone new. Warning disclaimer, this is a fictional, entertainment-only story created for dramatic storytelling purposes. It does not reflect real-life events, facts, or private information about Cardi B or Stefon Diggs. Cardi B cries uncontrollably after Stefon Diggs cancels wedding plans. A very long dramatic fictional story. The sun had barely slipped beneath the Manhattan skyline when the devastating message arrived. Cardi B had just finished her final fitting for what she proudly called the dress that would redefine celebrity weddings forever. Layers of custom hand-stitched lace, Swarovski crystals imported from Europe, and a dramatic veil that flowed like royalty behind her. The entire bridal suite buzzed with excitement, stylists laughing, designers taking photos, assistants whispering about how this wedding would break the internet. Everything about her future felt perfect. Until her phone rang. At first, she smiled. Probably Steph checking on me, she joked to her glam team, her eyes sparkling with love. But the moment she read his message, her entire world froze. Cardi. I need to talk to you. This wedding. I can't go through with it right now. Her hand began to shake. The phone slipped from her manicured fingers and crashed onto the marble floor. Belcalis? You okay? Her stylist asked, stepping closer. Cardi didn't respond. Her lips quivered. Her chest tightened. Then suddenly, as reality hit like a tidal wave, she collapsed onto the velvet couch and broke down. Sobs. Uncontrollable sobs. Not the kind for cameras. Not the kind she'd ever perform. These were raw, wounded, soul-crushing tears. He promised me. He promised me forever. Her assistants rushed to her side as her makeup began to streak down her face. He said we were building a family, a future, everything, she cried between gasps. He told me this was real. The wedding planners stood frozen in silence. The entire room that once radiated joy now felt like a funeral for a broken dream. Minutes later, Stefon Diggs finally called. With shaky hands, Cardi answered. Why? She whispered, her voice cracking. Why now? The invitations are out, the venue is paid, the world knows we're getting married. There was a pause. A heavy one. I'm overwhelmed, Cardi, he murmured. The pressure, the expectations. I don't feel ready. I don't want to hurt you more by pretending. Her breathing became uneven. So you think canceling the wedding 2 weeks before makes it hurt less, she snapped, pain rising in her tone. I just need space. Time. Time. The very word shattered her. The silence that screamed louder than words. After the call ended, Cardi sat motionless for a long time, staring at the mirror where moments ago she saw a glowing bride-to-be. Now she saw a woman heartbroken. On social media, fans immediately noticed something was wrong. Photos of their wedding preparations quietly disappeared. Joint posts were archived. The hashtag Cardi Diggs wedding began trending, but not for the reasons fans hoped. Paparazzi soon caught footage of Cardi leaving the building with swollen eyes, covered by oversized sunglasses, her walk slow and heavy. One photographer boldly asked, Cardi, is the wedding cancelled? She said nothing. But her silence spoke volumes. Behind closed doors, a star's emotional collapse. Late that night, sources close to her claimed that Cardi locked herself in her penthouse room, refusing to eat, refusing to speak. Her closest friends attempted to console her, but the pain was far too deep. She gave him her heart again, one friend whispered. She really believed this time was different. Videos leaked of Cardi sobbing while clutching the wedding invitation, her voice barely audible. I just wanted someone who chose me fully, not halfway. Stefon Diggs breaks his silence. The next morning, Diggs released a vague statement. This decision wasn't easy. I respect Cardi immensely. I just realized I'm not in the emotional place to take that step yet. I'd rather be honest than fake happiness. But his words did little to calm the storm of backlash online. Fans exploded with emotions. He played with her heart. Cardi deserved her fairy tale. Not another heartbreak for her broken heart. Memes, reactions, videos, and think pieces flooded every platform as the world watched her pain unravel in real time. Cardi's emotional confession. Days later, Cardi finally went live. No glam. No filters. Just raw emotion. Her voice trembled as she spoke. I don't cry for attention. I cry because I cared. I envisioned a future. I opened my heart again after being scared to. And this hurt. This hit different. She paused, wiping her face. But I'm still Cardi B. And I'll heal. I always do. The comments poured in, heart emojis, prayers, supportive messages from fans across the world. A love that turned into lessons. Though the cancelled wedding left scars, it also sparked a powerful transformation. Cardi began focusing on her music, releasing deeply emotional tracks rumored to be inspired by the heartbreak. Every lyric bled honesty. Every performance carried pain and power. And while the world watched, one truth became clear. This wasn't just a celebrity breakup. This was a woman reclaiming her strength. Final words. In the quiet aftermath of shattered dreams and broken promises, one thing remained undeniable: Cardi's resilience. Though the wedding never happened. Though the bouquet was never thrown. Though the vows were never spoken. Her voice rose stronger than ever. And as the curtains closed on one chapter, another began, fiercer, fearless, unstoppable.
쳐다보고 있겠지. 묘한 짜릿함 그 속에 머물다 보면 어느새 제주 행비행 신비한 세계로 나를 이끌고 거짓말처럼 하늘을 날며 어느새 제주 바다가 내게로 와 있네. 난 구름 위를 날고 있어. 아래엔 간혹 도시가 보이곤 해. 그 도시에는 또 다른 내가 하늘에 떠가는 비행기를 올려다보고 있겠지. 난 하늘을 보고 또 다른 나는 쳐다보고 있겠지. 묘한 짜릿함 그 속에 머물다 보면 어느새 제주행 비행 신비한 세계로 나를 이끌고 거짓말처럼 하늘을 날며 어느새 제주 바다가 내게로 와 있네. 하늘을 보고 또 다른 나는 아래를 쳐다보고 있겠지. 묘한 짜릿함 그 속에 머물다 보면 어느새 제주